Eddie Block Film Show. Eddie Block Films. Eddie Block Film Show. Eddie Block Eddie Block Films. Eddie Block Eddie Block Films. Eddie Block Eddie Block Film Show. Eddie Block Eddie Block Film Show. We are here, yeah, we watching Eddie, getting facts ready, keeping all the cameras steady, audio ready, so unlock, yep, and unload. Patriots prepared for the Eddie Block Show. Eddie Block Films. Eddie Block Film Show. Eddie Block Films. The Eddie Block Film Show. Eddie Block Eddie Block Films. Eddie Block Eddie Block Films.
You forgot someone in the chamber.
Did you say? Oh, great. Now it's going through that shit. Okay, hold on. I'm just having trouble with this today. A lot of trouble. Hold on. Let me see if I can. No, I know. Hold on a second, bud. I'm having trouble all the way around. Let me take you out of big screen for a second. I'm trying to send you. I want to send you to. Shit, not what I do. I want to send you to my headphones only. Gosh darn it. There's something just going wrong with this whole thing today. It's just.
Is it YouTube or?
No.
Everything?
It's just my computer. It's me. There we go. That's that part. Okay, so I got one part fixed. What's up, everybody? Just in case you're on here, hold on. I'm still getting something figured out.
We got a few people in there. Nagasaki, Boris.
Let's see.
How y'all doing? How was your weekends over there? Y'all doing well? Looks like we locked up.
Huh?
Looks like we locked up.
Are you sure? Hold on, let me put something on this.
No, never mind.
You're not locked up? Okay, cool. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out. I got to change the sound settings here. Set everything to the board.
Yes, this is drunk, boys.
Output. Let me send everything here. Now talk, drunk. See, now I can't hear you. Hold on a second. See, now I can't hear you. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Say something again. Okay, now I can hear you there. Alright, let me come over here. You gotta turn down your voice real quick, your sound over there, bud. So it doesn't come
I
back
know,
through.
I was just checking to see if it was coming through on YouTube or not.
How do I change? Trying to change. It's just been one of those days today. Just not liking me today. See, preferences doesn't show you anything. Maybe it's under voice and video. Here we go. Okay, output device. Now try talking. Nope. Try talking again. Hold on. How about now? Are you there? Why is that the input device? That's the...
Streamlabs or within your computer?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
See why your computer settings would have changed.
A whole bunch of stuff has just gone wrong with my computer today. So that's why I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what it is. So like right now, like before, you would come out over the frickin'... Let me go back to default. Hold on a second. Now try talking. Okay, you can't hear me? So you can't hear me. Now can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Alright, hold on. I don't know why it's not coming through the headphones anymore. It's not coming through where it's supposed to be going through. It's just driving me nuts. And Panda's even saying something. Now try talking, drunk.
Hola, señoritas.
Oh, it is coming out of there. Okay, I wanted to come out of the Roadcaster. So let me try something else. Okay, now try talking.
Hello.
There we go.
¿Cómo estás?
Yay, I fixed it. All right, I fixed one part of it. All right. Sorry, guys, for everybody out there watching. Sorry, everybody. We had some issues, but now I fixed it. That's just been one of those days. And it's only been one of those days since I started the show. All right, now let me find you. How do I get back to you? Close that out. Now where did you go? Okay. How do I get back to you now? Wait, close. There we go. Now I'm back to you. All right, let's go to full screen so everybody can see you in full action.
How you gonna put me on? Don't put me on full screen. Shit, it ain't my show.
No, I gotta put you on full screen so they see you in full screen in that little tiny corner at the bottom.
Oh, I got you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think there's something. You know, what I did is I
Hey, Kim.
edited some 360 video today. And so I put it on the faster external GPU that Jim Bob sent me. And I think I'd put Streamlabs on. Well, I put Streamlabs on there too, but I thought I put it on the other day. So today it was so today it wouldn't work. So what I did was, now I'm gonna freak everybody out with the way it looks. So what I did was this. Well, not that one. I don't want that one. I want this Streamlabs turned on. Turn that one on. What I did was,
Still got a blank screen on my end.
yeah, it should be changing any second.
I see me and you. There we go. There we go.
You're back a few 30 seconds or so.
I know. I just didn't know if
All
you
right.
need the screen. To go
There
black.
we go. Okay, so I'm back to normal now. No, what happened is, so I had let's put me on full screen, I guess. Let's put Big Eddie on. We'll put Big Eddie on. You know how it works. So what's going on is this. So for everybody that's watching, I had it set. I'd switched I have an external GPU right here that's supposed to make it faster. I was editing a 360 video. I edited it. Well, I rendered it, which is once you edit the video, then in order to put it into one whole video, it's called rendering. And so I rendered this video for 15 hours because it was a 3-hour long 360 video, and this computer is not meant for it. And when I went to go watch it, it didn't work. So I spent 15 hours rendering it. And so I was like, well, what did I do something wrong? So then what I did is I just cut it into like a 10-second piece and I rendered it, and it works. So I'm guessing this computer can't handle a full 3-hour long 360 rendering. So I'm going to cut that video. You know, the Fresno Home Show, I went and I had the whole 360 video footage. Well, you don't know. I didn't talk to you over the weekend. But I went to the home show and I recorded in 360, and so I was trying to break that out real quick.
You just gonna chop it up and render.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop
like
it up
that,
into
please.
30-minute sections or something like that. You missed it
I
though.
know.
Donnie was getting all the women today or that day.
Yeah, I tuned in for just a couple minutes. I think I met. Oh yeah, Saturday. I got like 6 shipments in that day, so I was tied up in inventory.
In fact, since you guys are, you guys want to see Don? You want to see what the girls Donnie got to see? Holy jeez. Donnie took a picture with all the fire ladies, the firefighter ladies, and one of them, I don't know if she was Persian or what, but she was gorgeous. Let's go to Instagram.
40 milligram. Oh,
Uh-oh,
went.
Drunk Uncle's gonna get me in trouble. Nah, I don't know. Okay, that account is private. That account is private. I can't see it.
No, it was a mango. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Trying to see how I can show you this. Oh, I didn't go to Facebook. I can show you it through Facebook. Yeah, Donnie, the Cal Fire, Fresno department, they actually, took a picture with Donnie and put him on there.
Oh, cool.
It's funny too, like, so the one girl, the hot girl, was not wearing a mask, and whoever was taking the picture, like, don't forget to put your mask on. It's like, girl, you don't gotta put a mask on. All right, here it is. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Oh, I haven't put it up yet. Let me put it up so you guys. Oops, wrong one. me copy this. See, I got so many. It's so weird. I got so many windows open now to show you guys what's going on. It's gonna take a second for it to pop up on your screen, and then it'll get there. So it should pop on your screen now. Within the next 30 seconds, I guess. And it's too big for you guys to see.
How was your weekend, though?
It was all right. Did a lot of working around the house. You guys can't see it all. Why not?
I didn't get shit done yesterday. I was supposed to mow 2 yards yesterday, but I ended up sleeping in all damn day.
Here you go. Here's Donnie with that one girl that's kneeling down. Was pretty gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Donnie had fun, I tell you that. Donnie enjoyed his time at the Fresno. So today I had to go to Fresno, right? And I didn't take him. Oh, he was mad with me. It was like, oh my gosh, Dad, how come you didn't take me with? Cause
Did he have more fun with the people or just more fun on the ride over there?
No, he had fun with all the people. He was just walking around playing with everybody. All right. Oh yeah, him barking at the bear. So check this out. So they had this fake bear there, the statue of a bear, and Donnie he thought it was the real thing, and he started going nuts barking at it. Hold on, yeah, let me show that to you guys. That was hilarious. Stupid advertisements. Let me go back to YouTube here.
Donnie's got them big balls. He's barking at a bear.
Oh yeah, he was like freaking out on the dang bear. Let's see. YouTube Studio. No, I don't want to go. Let's go to my channel. Let's show everybody for those that didn't get a chance to see it. And then too, that'll.
I know we got more than one like up in this thing. Let me reopen this.
Yeah, there should be.
There we go. I'm still getting used to watching it on the iPad.
That's weird. I don't understand why it's coming out through. It's not coming out through where it's supposed to be coming out of. Okay. Let me go to. See, it should be going out through my Rodecaster, and it's not. So let me go here to sounds. Here we go. Hopefully this will work. Let me hit play and hopefully, yeah, we can hear it now. Okay. Now let me see what you guys see, because I'm not sure. Oh, you guys can't see nothing. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it was such a blurry video. Don, you want to see the bear again? So watch this. You want to see the bear again? You'll see the bear. He was going nuts over it. Huh. Tell me when you can see the bear. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't know how far away it is.
What is that? Is that a bear?
Gotta not be very far.
I can see a fountain.
I should buy it just to go have him freak out with it.
Oh yeah.
Hear him barking? Should I get you the bear? Sorry, guys. You can't hear him barking? Come on. It's just funny.
He was barking. That's a baby bear.
He thinks it's real.
He probably thinks he can.
So
take that
you
baby
couldn't hear
bear.
what I was just saying just now?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Huh. Let
me at him. Look at him. He's just standing there like a little bitch. Can you move?
Okay, because remember we had this problem the other day. So let me go over here. Let me see.
Yeah, I couldn't even hear it like chopping or nothing.
So that's not what I want to do there. We want to go into Discord preferences. Let me go back into here. Let's go to voice and video. So input. Tell me if you can hear this. Drunk Uncle. No?
I thought I heard.
But can you hear me talking?
Yeah, you got louder.
Okay, now hold on a second. Now tell me if you can hear this. Oh, whoops, hold on. I gotta go. Dude, I got so many screens here. It's so hard to keep track of all this stuff. You gonna get it, Donnie? Now can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard you say you're gonna get it, Donnie, but that's...
Okay, perfect. No. That's all I wanted to hear. So now you're back on with me like you normally are. All right, we're getting back to normal, guys. Sorry for all the trouble. Monday
troubles.
Yeah, we got a case of the Mondays. There we go. Put you up in there. You're on the.
I rewatched that movie the other day.
You watched that movie, Office Space?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie. That movie's hilarious. All right, let's see who's all in the chat now. Let's say hi to everybody. Sorry, everybody. We weren't ignoring you guys. It's just we had a whole bunch of stuff going on. What's up, Boris? I can only go back so far. We got Kim Tone in here. Twisted Styles. I'm glad y'all made it through all the drama. Julius is here. KEK. I need more memory. Probably. I need a new computer.
Got Carol over there.
Yeah, Carol. Maddie's in here. Who else? Boris, I said hi. All right, so. Yeah, all right. Cool. So, let's show Donnie one more time. Yeah, so Donnie was having fun with the dang. I just think it's. He was going nuts over it. He just wanted to kill this thing. Huh. Look at that. It's the same size as it, though, if you look. What is that? Is that a bear?
Gotta not be very far.
I should buy it just to go have him freak out with it. Oh. He's got a deep bark for a 7-month-old puppy, huh? Should I get you the bear? Sorry, guys. But Donnie had a good weekend. He loved it. We did some mukbanging. You know what mukbanging is? It's where you eat on camera.
One of the titles.
What's up, the truth? I need an assistant producer. I do. What's up? Get some. We're trying to get Drunk to be my my assistant, my producer. But the problem is, Drunk Uncle is way over there, and I'm way over here. So until this channel starts making enough money to support both Drunk Uncle and I, it doesn't even support me right now. That you know, we will do what we can do right now at the moment. But again,
we're gonna figure it out slowly but surely.
Yeah, I'm actually like today. I was so upset with that video processing that I'm like, you know what? I need to get a new iMac, and then I looked, and they're coming out with a new one within the next 6 months. So I'm gonna wait until the brand new iMac 2022 comes out, so I can have the.
So that's not the one with the different colors.
No, that one came out. That's not a good one. That one's not a good one for me. That's a 24-inch. And the 24-inch ones, you cannot upgrade the memory. You have to buy it from Apple. So, in order to get the...
Yeah, my hard drive and RAM is soldered in. Yep. This one.
But if you buy the 27-inch iMac, it's not soldered in, and you can add. There's a little door in the back that you can add in. So on my old MacBook Pro or iMac Pro that I bought the 27-inch, and I was able to add in memory in the back. And
now, I've always wondered this. Do you mean that you had an iMac or you had a Mac Pro? Because I've never heard of an iMac Pro.
Yeah, I had an iMac Pro. There's an iMac and an iMac Pro.
But not the Mac Pro.
No, it's not called Mac Pro. It's called MacBook Pro, which is the computer I'm on right now. Then there's an iMac, which is the iMac. And then there's the iMac Pro. I guess there is a Mac... I don't know. It's so confusing.
Mac Pro is that expensive ass one.
Yeah.
Like I built my dream one. It was like $50,000 or something.
Yeah, same here. No, I spent like $10,000 on the one the FBI took. Let's just put it that way. But this one,
Never heard of an iMac Pro.
I'm just getting the regular iMac 27-inch, but I'm gonna fully max it out on the CPU. But the memory you can add on. So like the one I had, you could put in 64 gigabytes of memory RAM, and Apple was going to charge $1,800 or $1,400 if you.
Circa like 2007.
That's a 2007, yeah. So anyway, so I had 64 gigs, right, of memory of RAM. If I had bought it from Apple, it was like $1,400. I bought it on Amazon for $500. So that's why I want to get the 27, because then you don't have to pay that outrageous amount of money that Apple charges you to put it in for you. What's up, the truth? Mac Daddy. I don't see a Mac Daddy in here. Anyways, all right, let's get going. So how was your weekend? What the hell did you do other than at work?
I worked and slept. I didn't drive the Scout. I didn't mow no yards.
You didn't do shit.
I spent most of the time when I was awake trying to get. So I'm running into a little bit of problems. Like my DJ laptop it's like turning itself off if it's not the battery. I know it's not the battery, but if it gets jostled the right way, it just like resets. And so wanting to do this wedding, I got an external hard drive that I just had at the shop. It's 2 terabyte. And so I think I told you that one night I was going to be, loading everything in. Well, I already had everything loaded into the external. And then I was going to load it in, not into my hard drive because it's not big enough and I can't replace it because it's soldered in. But analyzing 25,000 files, if not more than 25,000 files, and a lot of them are actually videos. But it's weird, like all my crates and stuff that I'd built up, I just cloned the whole thing. Everything shows up, but I can't access it. It says it's missing. But I can go in and find it, like on the hard drive. It's weird. I think I'm going to have to call Serato and ask them what's up with it.
Hey, this is the first time
you had the hard drive wrong or something.
Who knows? We're all having issues with our computers right now, I guess. This is the first time you're on a camera with us with your ears in. With your gauges.
Oh, yeah, I put the white ones in today because one of my silicone black ones, it just went missing. That's the weird thing with silicone ones. If they, I put them on the nightstand, and if they get knocked off, when they hit, they bounce.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get you some EddieBlockFilms one. We'll get them made. Have EddieBlockFilms in your ears. Oh yeah, so maybe you can help me decipher this. So the church that I show on the weekends, my church, they've been having a lot of issues with their sound and stuff lately, right? And so I sent them a message saying, hey, I can help you fix your stuff, right? Let me see if it's on screen right now. And the pastor wrote me back, and he was like, he wrote me on YouTube for some reason. I've texted this guy. I don't know why he's not answering his text and stuff. So he wrote me on YouTube, and he's like, hey, Eddie, it's Anthony here, pastor at Celebration Church. Because I sent them a message saying, hey, I can help you fix your audio issues. Their video's been cutting off before it should have. And I'm like, hey, I can help you guys. And he's like, hey, Eddie, Anthony here, pastor at Celebration Church. Just wanted to let you know you have the support of Celebration Church. Would love to organize something soon. #USA. Oh, wait, now that I read that, it makes more sense. So I saw that, and I was like, cool. And I wrote him back. I'm like, yeah, I could definitely help you and stuff like, and everything. But then he wrote back, he's all, me and Pastor Fred were talking, and we believe it's time to take a stand as a church and maybe get some Proud Boys to show up. So I didn't see the #USA stuff written before, because when they sent me the message, I was out there store shopping, what I like to do on Mondays. So I was going to ask you guys, everybody in the chat, do you think like he was just kind of saying like, oh yeah, we really like to have a Proud Boy show up? But now that I see the #USA at the top, I'm thinking they really do want the Proud Boys to come out and support their church. Because, a lot of churches, they shy away from the Proud Boys, But maybe because they see what the Proud Boys did to help out the Tower Theater. You've seen that with Oreo Express and them. Maybe. What does everybody in the chat think? At first, I was, because how it's hard to understand something through text or through words. You can't see people's reaction, stuff like that. So what does everybody think? There's a show I watched called Modern Family. And, they were talking about, they're supposed to go to a party, and and it's a gay party, and there was a gay couple, and I forget his name now, but he's like, yeah, he's all, well, Pepper said not to bring any gifts, and Cam, the boyfriend, says, think about it, say it like Pepper would say it, and he's all, and so when he actually thought about it, he meant, don't bring a gift, you better bring a fucking gift kind of thing, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to see if it's sarcastic or not. Yeah, that's what Nagasaki. Thank you.
Well, if they're preachers or pastors, I don't really see them being sarcastic.
Yeah, huh? They would just be straight to the point, huh? And
I would think so.
At first, I didn't see the, when he said we're you have the support of Celebration Church. I didn't think about it when I read it because, like I said, I was in the thrift store. And then I got the next one saying me and Pastor Fred were talking and we believe it's time to take a stand as a church and maybe get some Proud Boys to show up. Then I was kind of like, oh, wait a minute. Are they like being sarcastic to me? But now that I read the first one, I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe they do. Maybe, you know, I didn't read the we support you, you know, hashtag USA. So that's kind of cool. So I'm thinking they are behind the Proud Boys, even though I'm not a Proud Boy anymore. I still can call them up and say, hey, the church wants your help. And they're all about helping churches. So I know if I tell them, hey, this church wants some help, they're going to go help the church. You know what I mean? They did it at the Tower District. I don't see why they wouldn't do it here. So
are they having problems at their location or something? Or
I honestly,
what do they mean?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't know. You know, I gotta get more in touch with them and find out. It was just surprising to me, you know, getting that. It was just I was taken aback, if that's the right word, you know. Hearing a church, you know, you don't normally hear a church, hey, can you bring, you know, the Proud Boys out here and to help us out? It's not something you'd expect from a church. So,
Right.
but this church, I love this church, you know. They're real cool people. I don't know if you ever heard the story, but so I actually, when I started at this church and I started volunteering a little bit here and there, you know, as a greeter at the door, you know, just like the guy who sat there and, hey, how you doing? You know, welcome to church kind of person. And then I had one of my back surgeries. I was in the hospital. And my wife at the time was like, oh, I told your brother you're in the hospital. And I didn't want my brother to know because I wasn't. Let me see.
Let's see if my... Oh, no. Okay, it looks like
Is it still
we're
buffering,
kind of
guys?
back.
Yeah. It's not
I
buffering.
seen my head do that, so that's new.
Okay. Back surgeries, I was in the hospital. Let me see. Was like, oh, I told your brother you're in the hospital, and I didn't want my brother to know because I just started it. It's like way the hell behind, but it doesn't look like it's back. Danny says I'm back. I wonder if you remember YouTube last week had a whole bunch of problems. I wonder if YouTube's having problems again because I'm not buffering, right? But other people are.
On Twitch?
I don't know. Let me go to what Donnie. Hold on. He wants his attention. Say hi, Bubba's little brat. Like, hi, Dad. I want to say hi to everybody. All right, let's look at Twitch. See, this is why, like, I want to buy a brand new MacBook right now if I can get the credit, which I'm pretty sure they'll give me the credit. I just don't want to because I don't want to be that person that buys a brand new iMac and then a month later comes out with the new one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it always happens to me, and I don't want to be that person this time. Let's see. Let's go to Twitch. Twitch.
I'm gonna let my dog out. He ate, so I'm sure he's ready to go back out and pee, poop. It's like as soon as he gets done eating, he's ready.
Let's see. Let's go to Twitch. No, Twitch is working perfect. You know what, guys? We got to get everybody to go to Twitch. I think that's gonna be the way to go, guys. I'm good now. Blurry, or I had too many drinks. You might have had too many drinks. I don't know, but I'm better looking when I'm blurry. I'm definitely better looking when I'm blurry. You know how that goes. So how the hell is everybody? Sorry about that. You know, tomorrow I'm going to make up the package. I got to get everybody to go to Twitch. I'm sorry. YouTube is just messing up way too much for us. YouTube is always giving us trouble. Man, it's not good at all. So how the hell is everybody? Is everybody having a good time?
Everybody have a good time.
You see two of me? Get Some's definitely had too much to drink already. Yeah,
hey.
I went and checked Twitch out, and Twitch is working great. So we got to get everybody to start switching over to Twitch.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the way to go for now, because YouTube is just, but between all the censorship and everything else, it's just getting old. It's just getting old. Oh, you know, my pool, I bought this vacuum for my pool before we get into the news, and it was supposed to just plug right in, right? And it wasn't plugging in. So yesterday Yeah, yesterday I went down to the Leslie's pool, and the girl there, she's like, "Oh no, you just push it in." And I said, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Yeah." And I went and tried it. It didn't work again. So I went down there today and I brought all the fittings. And she's like, "Oh." And then she asked me about what size pump I have on my pool, and I'm like, "Well, it's like a 0.5 horsepower." And she's like, "Dude, that thing you bought needs at least a 1.5 horse." And I was like, "Holy jeez." She's like, "Well, here's the deal." So she has something there where it's like $400, and it's electric, and it'll sweep the whole pool and keep it clean. And then I can eliminate the pump. And what she'll do is, she said she already knows somebody that'll buy the pump for $450. So she ordered that little part for me. Then I can just bring her my pump. Whenever somebody pays for my pump, they'll just pay for the little robot thing. And then I got a robot to clean my pool. Not paying any money out of my pocket.
And you'll make $50?
I told her I'd give her the $50.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
You know, for
cool.
putting in all the work. So, you know.
Yeah.
The dogs are barking at somebody. All right, should we get into the news? Because we've already been here an hour screwing around. Somebody said, what, a MacBook, the new 14-inch and 16-inch. That's what she said. MacBook Pro 2021 laptops are expected to launch in the third quarter. Right on. Thank you, Galaxy. But I can't. I'm running on a 2020 MacBook Pro fully loaded right now, and it's too slow. That's why I want to get an iMac. I bet she wants your pump. I don't know. I think she might. Well, she has kids, but I think she is of. I don't think I am the right gender for her. I could be wrong. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just guessing. She has kids, and what's funny is, she wants her. I gave her my card so she could call me, and her kids. She said, "Well, my kid's looking into audio work," and so I told her, "Well, I do political videos." She's like, "That's okay," but my kid's on the opposite of me. And she's always talking about Christian, going, God bless you and stuff like that. So I can't tell if she's on the conservative side or she's on the liberal side. I think she's on the conservative side, though. I don't know. She might be watching this show right now. You never know. Bless you. God bless you. She's a real cool lady, though. Like I told her, I'm like, I don't care what side you're on as long as you vote, intelligently. Use your brain to vote. And she's like, yeah, me too. So. All right, let's get to this news stuff that I got going on here. Start spreading the news. Don't let Eddie sing. What do we got going on in the news tonight? I guess there's some internal GOP memo going around talking about Biden's spending. Who would have thunk it? People don't like what he's spending money on.
Is Venmo? Or something?
No, I think it's federal spending, I think. Says a leading Republican representative has warned us of the dangers of Joe Biden's plans to dramatically increase federal spending. An internal GOP document highlighted the dangers of unfettered inflation. What am I doing? My glasses need to be cleaned. Caused by the Biden administration's massive spending packages. The memo, which came to light on Sunday, was sent to members of the Republican study committees last week by Representative Jim Banks. Let's see. It has become abundantly clear that the Democrat Party is wholly focused on the past while the GOP remains focused on securing a future for our great country. No leader or political party ever has been successful by focusing on the past. Somebody said they just hired an attorney and just saw she tried to defund our police. I was pissed. Wow. You hired an attorney that wants to defund the police. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what are they going to do for work if the police are gone?
I know, right? Because either if she's a prosecutor or, maybe it's a different kind of attorney. It could be a divorce attorney, which are very expensive, by the way. I was told, oh yeah, it'll be like this much. It was triple that. Triple that. I had to take out a whole bunch of personal loans to pay for that thing. But yeah, so basically what they're saying here is that Biden and the Democrats just want to spend a whole bunch of money and ruin the lives for the future people coming in. And I feel for these people because, all these kids, everybody's kids. I'm kind of glad I don't have kids now because, I don't know. This economy is getting ruined for the kids that are up and coming. Right? They say the kids are our future. Well, they're not thinking about it. What do you think, Drunk? Chime on in.
Well, I mean, if you got disposable income and you want to look out for your kids, and I would definitely look into. You're gonna have to learn about it, know when to get in and out. I'm finding that out myself, but crypto. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're really worried about, your economic future, learn the stock market and tinker with that crypto. I mean, Bitcoin's on the way down. It's only going to go back up. You just got to decide whenever you're going to pull the trigger to get in or not.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry you're
Like
going
with
through a divorce.
Dogecoin, I don't want to buy anymore till it dips below what I initially paid for it, and it's hovering around it. But
Yeah. Yeah. Don Break, Don Break, I'm sorry you're going through a divorce. And well, if that's all you paid for your lawyer, then you paid a lot. Cause mine, I paid about $8,000 for my lawyer, my divorce lawyer, and I'm still paying because I pay by the hour. So who knows? Oh my gosh. But I don't think my lawyer was a liberal because after January 6th, she called me up and she's like, "Hey, I saw what you did over there in the Capitol," and she's like, "We were worried about you." She didn't say yay or nay, but she said she was worried about me, and she wasn't like mean to me afterwards, and she smiled when she saw me. So, I think I've picked a lawyer who's a conservative. Hopefully,
cool.
hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know what the demographic is of like that. That field. If most of them are liberal or conservative or kind of in the middle,
Yeah, I don't
you
know,
never know.
but the reason I got her, I asked my attorney friend, and I'm like, "Hey, who should I get for a divorce lawyer?" And he's like, "Well, you can get this guy for $2,500, or you can get this one, and she's the meanest bitch I know." And he's all, if you got the money, get her. And so I talked to some people, and they loaned me the money, and so yeah, so I got her, and it worked out because she did pretty good for me. So, all right, let's move on. I know Don Break, it really sucks. I'm sorry you're going through a divorce, but you know what? What's up, Bregel? Bregel's over there on. I'm not sure if that's Paul or Eric. 123 Bregel, but they're over on Twitch. You know what they say, Don? You know why divorces are so expensive? Because they're worth it. Believe me, they are. That's why Drunk Uncle says, "I ain't never getting married."
Hey, I can have a life partner, but to get married and get the government involved in it, no, thank you. No, thank you. We can change our last names, do everything the exact same, and when we
Okay,
split,
it's Paul. When you
we
split.
split.
Well, come on in here, Donnie. Did you hear that bark?
No need
That
to
deep
get the
ass bark?
government in your business when they don't need to be. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, my sorry about that. My cane hit the button. It picked the right button. Picked the right button. Hold on. Wait. You know what though? I got a good one for you. Now that my wife is my divorce is done and final with.
She go.
Hey, they came out with a new video too we're gonna watch. All right. State Representative Fincham. I guess that's how you say his or her name. Arizona audit scares Democrats to death. I wonder why. What do they gotta hide? What are they hiding? Government. Yeah, right, Julius. Arizona State Congressman Mark Fincham, so it's a guy, said he expects the audit of the 2020 election to reveal, I won't say the words, massive discrepancies. That's the word. I keep hearing my S's. Holy shit. I got to start doing she sells seashells by the seashore type stuff. Isn't that how you fix your S? Saying your S is all weird?
I don't know.
Our buddy Kong was talking shit about my lisp the other day, so guess I was married for 34 years. If this one don't work, I'm turning gay. Oh, there's no amount of money that would let me or make me turn gay. Fincham told Steve Bannon's War Room the
They're
Democrats...
crazy on all sides. Trust me. Doesn't matter if you change the other team. They still crazy over there.
I think they're even crazier when it goes that way, isn't it? I've lived in San Francisco. I've seen them.
No comment. No comment.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the ones I know.
Most of the ones you know are pretty crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know one, she's really, well, I know a couple that are really, really cool. Heck, when I was younger, my wingman was this lesbian chick, and she would help me pick up girls all the time. She was great at helping me pick up girls. She was like the best wingman in the world.
Oh yeah, I had one like that too, like way back in the day, and then I moved in.
Hmm.
Ooh, I mean, she wasn't really crazy towards me, but you could see the private life versus public life, what they want you to see and who they are.
Yeah,
Michael.
right on. Yeah, I don't know. I've never lived with one before, have I? No, I haven't.
At least two of them.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. At least two. Two right off the top of my head. There could be more. I don't know.
I remember I got in trouble. I was dating this girl who worked at a credit union, and her boss she's a lesbian, she's a lesbian, and I always wanted to ask, why if you're a woman and you want to date another woman, why you date a woman who looks like a man? It's an honest question, right? At least I thought it was an honest question. So I went and I became very friendly with their boss, and so one day I'm like, hey. And I said her name, and I was like, "We're pretty cool friends now, right?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I've always wanted to ask this question, and I've been afraid to ask, and my girlfriend says I can't ask you, but do you mind if I ask you?" And she's like, "Sure, go ahead." And I asked her, and my girlfriend just started shaking her head, and I never even got the answer out of her. So, but I don't know.
Did you see her girlfriend?
No, I never saw her girlfriend. No.
Oh, okay. So she might not be one of them that.
She might date the hot ones.
Yeah.
What, Donnie? He wants a treat.
She could go after more of the films than the dykes. And yes, they use that word.
So you're not pissing anybody off? Oh yeah, my office thingy came in. Can you see it?
Awesome. Yeah.
Dwight K. Schrute. Shoot. Don't we all really wish that really happened? I'm not sure. I'm going to be behind, so I don't know what Kim Tone's talking about. But anyway, so let's get back. Go ahead.
Just one quick thing. While I was thinking about it, if you had to pick one character in The Offices, not a main character, who would be your favorite?
That's not a main character?
Yeah. So no Michael, no Jim, no Dwight.
As my favorite character. I don't know, to be honest with you. I didn't like the guy from The Hangover. Andy. I didn't like Andy too much.
A lot of...
Probably Kevin. No, wait a minute. Kevin or freaking Stanley. Only because Stanley, he had that joke where freaking, all right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go get a piece of paper and stuff it in your butt or whatever. Stick it in your butt, yeah. Question now, did you ever notice from the beginning to the end of the show, Kevin's voice changed? Did he have like a heart attack, or did he have some kind of medical condition to where his voice changed? Did you know he came slower as the show progressed?
I think that was his character building.
You think that's what it was?
They wanted to build his character as a dummy. Just like, I mean, if you go back if you watch like not highlights, but YouTube like clips of the history of The Office and things like that, they change. If they didn't change Michael's character from the first season, because in the first season he was almost like, the slick back hair and kind of, just,
yeah.
I don't know. His character changed, and they were afraid that they were going to lose the damn show. And so I think with Kevin, it was just his character building.
Okay.
But my favorite main character, I have a tie. And if I think about it longer, I'll probably even have a longer list than that. But it's either Creed or Mose. I love fucking Mose.
I didn't think about those guys. I honestly didn't think about those guys. Yeah, Mose was cool. Creed. Creed is actually playing pretty much his own self. Because he's a rock star.
Yeah.
They said he was basically playing his own self. Nah, nobody's joining you over there in Twitchland, I guess. Don says Stanley is a main character. Somebody brought up Newman. Newman's from Seinfeld, guys. I did like Newman, though.
I like that episode where they're in the conference room, and I think it was the same episode where
Thank
the
you, boys.
bigger lady. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
But anyway, they were having some sort of like self protection thing, and it was like slap, scream, run, and then he pops up and just smacks, I think, Meredith in the back of the head and goes, "Wah!" and just runs on. I love that one.
You're pissed why Michael left? Well, he left because they weren't paying him enough money. Wasn't that why he left? Isn't that why he left? They weren't going to pay him the money he needed?
I can't remember. He said something to him, and they didn't even like respond to him, I think. And then he was just like, "All right, well, you don't value me as much, than you should, so I'm gone."
Yeah. Oh, I was going to talk about this the other day. It's a different show. I'm trying to think of the guy's name now. There was this show. What's this guy's name? He was Entourage. You know Entourage? Did you ever see Entourage?
I never watched it, but I worked with one of them.
Really? Which one did you work with?
Kevin Dillon. He's the one that.
Oh, Matt Dillon's brother.
Victory or something.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Jeremy Pivens. He had this show recently.
Yeah, there he is. I guess he plays Johnny.
Yeah. But Jeremy Pivens, he had this show. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Let me look it up real quick. But he had this show, a recent show that I was watching. I was totally into this show, and they totally dropped it because of something he said. They said he might have been a pervert or something. Wisdom of the Crowd. It was called Wisdom of the Crowd. It was all about this computer program. His daughter had been kidnapped, and he had invented this new software that would go and it searched everybody's cell phone because he was trying to, to protect people, and so he could find kidnapped kids and stuff like that. And but it was a real great show, but all of a sudden something came out saying he was a pervert or something, and so they canceled his show just because of it. This cancel culture. Anyways, I don't know. But anyway, so let's see what Arizona's talking about now. Now that we're back on track again, let's see. He said it revealed the irregularities in the election. The congressman added preliminary findings of the audit point to potential, I don't even know if I can say this word, irregularities, how about that, by election officials and voting machines of Maricopa County. So we're going to have to check this out. I'm going to give you guys the link in here so you guys can go and check this out. Because I don't want to go too far into this, because we don't need to get kicked off of YouTube yet, We're always getting kicked off of YouTube. So I'm going to put the link in there. And then we'll... But what do you guys think? Well, no, I'm not even going to ask you guys what you think, because that'll get us in trouble too, right?
Yeah.
It's so like I was watching Crowder today, and I was catching up. I guess I had missed one or two. I didn't even watch today's yet because they always upload it late.
I was going to ask that earlier, right before you jumped on, because I came in, and that's generally the first thing I do.
Just watch Crowder.
My volume's coming through your end. I can hear the echo.
Can you? Can you still hear it?
I think it's gone now. Yeah, it's gone now. But I kept updating it, and I was like, it says 10:30. So I went to louderwithcrowder.com and then seen the name of it, and John Oliver. And so I went to Rumble. It wasn't on Rumble. It finally came through. I think at like maybe 6 o'clock my time. So it'd been like 3 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
It always came through
late.
earlier, but I was just, maybe he's, who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it later on. Let me see. All right, there we go. We got this on. So this one's gonna be talking about the writing by all, who are those guys, those Antifa fucks, all those Democrat liberal wannabe punks.
Taxpayers in Portland. One American News Network is proud to announce.
Stupid commercials. Stupid commercials. I forgot all about them. I gotta figure out a separate channel to put this on so I can mute the commercials on here. You would think there'd be a way. Well, I'm sure there's a way. It just depends on how much money it costs. All right.
Taxpayers in Portland, Oregon are fronting the multi-million-dollar bill to fund the police's response to riots and looting.
Wait a minute.
Here's
I thought they wanted to defund the police out there in Portland. Now they want to fund the police again?
One America's Kendall Kadeski.
Our bad.
Riots in Portland, Oregon are costing the city millions of dollars, and the burden of picking up the tab is placed on residents. Friday, reports said the Portland Police Bureau spent more than $12 million in taxpayer money responding to mass demonstrations and violent riots in the Oregon city.
Carol, we'll
Nearly
talk about
$7 million was incurred in the first month of gatherings and riots. However, the bulk of the spending was on overtime pay for officers, office supplies, gas, equipment, rentals, and food. Reports said there have been more than 140 demonstrations and more than 1,000 arrests. These costs don't include the $250,000 in grants the Portland City Council approved last month to aid small businesses in repairing damages caused by the riots. The relief comes after large numbers of businesses in Portland were damaged from looting and riots, and business owners are facing the challenge of getting insured.
See, it's 4 times the premium we were paying. And
Gee, I wonder why.
It doesn't cover, things like civil unrest or the kinds of things that happened here. It will not be covered.
The city council also reallocated $150,000.
What's that?
I said, you don't get all the money back through insurance. I know that for a fact. When we got broken into, I think, it wasn't even worth it to fall on the insurance or something like that. I think it was going to be cheaper just for us to pay out of pocket. Luckily it wasn't massive amounts of damages, but.
Well, it's not only that too. Think about it. You're added. It's gonna up your monthly rate. You got to consider your deductible. How much is your deductible? And they were just talking about, the city gave them grants. Well, where does the city get their money for the grants? From the tax dollars they collect from the businesses in the first place. So they're just giving the businesses back their money that they stole from in the first place, right?
Yep.
It's
$1,000 for graffiti removal. Additionally, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler gave in to demands to defund the police and cut the police bureau's budget more than any other department in April. The cuts led to the Portland Police Bureau to get rid of the gun violence reduction team, despite an uptick in shootings.
We did lose a very valuable resource in the gun violence reduction team. I mean, those folks were very good at what they did. They had a lot of knowledge and expertise and a lot of relationships. I think that's the part that's hard to quantify.
Reports say the police bureau's budget will see a net decline of $2.9 million from its base budget during times of civil unrest in Portland.
Wow.
Kendall Kadeski, one.
So, $2.9 million cut, but they only gave, a couple $100,000 to businesses?
Nagasaki aliens are real.
I think so.
Don't need to wish. They are.
Sweet Connie. Dawnbreak, you're right. Unfortunately, it won't matter. We'll still be stuck with this joke even. Actually, so here's, I got to get him on. I got to call my ex-professor. I texted him, and he said if they find out that there was the irregularities in the election are true, that Donald Trump will become the president again. If it can be proved that he actually won.
It's just one state.
Yeah. Well, that's just one state. By the time they finish getting enough states to where they can turn it back over to Donald Trump, guess what? The 4 years will be done with, right? But here's the deal, though. So that can't stop us because
at least that's the groundwork from keeping
the next one from happening.
Yeah, like I said, you keep letting things go this way before you know it. Cardi B is going to be the president just because somebody knows how to click clack right.
Yeah. What is it called when they shake their booty?
To keep it generic, so I don't say certain things,
Yeah, what is it when they shake their booty?
And the things, and then next thing you know, Teddy Ruxpin is the vice president. Who knows?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So when I was about to say when I was an Elks, but I'm an Elks member, right? And we had this one guy that every time we'd have our elections, he always wrote in there, Exalted Ruler is the name of the president. He always wrote in there Daffy Duck and then Donald Duck, and it was just, I know who paper this vote is, because it was always that one dude. It was just funny. Speaking of that, so get this. So I'm at the Fresno Home Show, and I see some friends of mine from the Elks Lodge. Now, the guy friend, we've always had rough spots, right? But his girlfriend and I were always really good friends. And I see them at the Fresno Home Show, and they both freaking, ghosted me. They both just, I'm like, hey, and I said their names, and they kind of right away looked away, and like, really? You know, don't believe everything the news says. Why don't you come talk to me and ask me what really happened, you know?
Yeah.
Twerking, that's what it's called, or a WAP White House. Oh my gosh, the things these kids do nowadays, disgusting.
No, we do got a lot of that last letter in the White House. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go to the next.
You know, Pelosi's got that DAP. She got that DAP.
Got that DAP.
It's just the opposite of the W.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she probably does. Moldy. Probably moldy. Probably moldy. I don't know.
Let me go see if my dog wants out yet. I thought it was want out.
All right, I'll give you a second to get caught up. Yeah, could you imagine Nancy Pelosi twerking? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Boris says he's just going to bite his tongue off. What's in August? August is my birthday. If y'all want to start saving up to buy Eddie a nice present. You know. Who was it? Richard Hertz wants to buy me a little person stripper, he said, when I go to Las Vegas. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. He wants to film it. Let's see. What's the next? We're going to talk about Senator Mike Lee aims to rein in big tech with an eye toward content moderation policies. In fact, we're going to talk about Florida. Florida voted that you cannot... Florida voted on big tech today, too. All right, you ready, drunk? We got a video we can watch here about big tech.
One America News Network is proud to announce we have just launched a brand new social media platform.
Oh, you can't even turn on the volume.
FreeTalk24.com. Finally, you...
Hold on. You're going to be cut out for a second, drunk uncle. I'm just going to wait till it goes through, and then I'll put it back up. Nagasaki, you were born in August, too? I was born August 19th. I'm a Leo. I'm a lion. All right, the ad's almost over.
Freedom of speech.
Almost over, and
Mike
we're
Lee
back
is leading
on.
the charge in efforts to rein in big tech. Here's One America's John Hines from Washington.
We're here with Senator Mike Lee of Utah. And Senator, I wanted to ask you about big tech. I wanted to read you a quote. This is from the former head of the Justice Department's Antitrust Division in President Obama's administration. This is a once-in-a-generation thing. I don't think we've ever seen this collective concern in the body politic about increased concentration, increased power in the private sector, referring to big tech. What do you make of that statement, sir?
Well, there is a significant concentration of power. We've also got new technologies. Remember, it's not a violation of our antitrust laws to be a monopolist, but it is a violation of our antitrust laws to acquire monopoly status or maintain monopoly status using anti-competitive means. And there are growing concerns that we've got just a small handful of companies dominating entire industries that are playing an increasingly large role in the day-to-day lives of the American people, including how they gain access to all of their information.
Of course, you are on the Senate Judiciary Committee's antitrust panel. You serve there with the chairman, which is Senator Klobuchar from Minnesota. She's very liberal. You're very conservative.
Very liberal.
But I gather that you are considering, along the same lines, some similar changes to big tech. What do you think is in the offing potentially? What would the contours of those changes look like from your perspective, working with, I guess, your chairman?
One of the changes that I've proposed specific to the tech industry deals
Happy early birthday,
with Section
Kim Cone.
5 of the Federal Trade Commission Act. I've introduced something called the Promise Act. The Promise Act says that for someone operating an online interactive service, let's say a social media platform, for example, if they say one thing and do another thing with regard to their content moderation policy.
That's what they always do.
They say they're not tipping the scales politically, for example, and then promptly do so. That is a deceptive business practice and should subject them to action brought by the FTC under Section 5 of the Federal Trade Commission.
Good, but they're not going to do it.
That's the kind of reform that we'd like to see here, and the kind of reform that, while not adequate to deal with the entire problem, would be an important first step.
Is it likely that this would be a bipartisan action, do you think? I mean, is that what is necessary in order to get it done?
That's my hope that it is. This one's neither Republican nor Democratic. It's neither liberal nor conservative, but we're making progress.
Bullshit. He's saying it's neither liberal nor conservative, right? The liberals don't get censored on YouTube and Facebook, and right? It's only the conservatives. Only the conservatives. Like when you were a liberal and you were you on Facebook when you were a liberal?
More. Yeah.
Did any of your posts get censored or taken down? Were you ever in Facebook jail?
No.
Well, have you ever been put in Facebook jail since you've been conservative?
No, but I really try to stay off Facebook just because there's people on my Facebook that are customers. And that's why I do everything on YouTube. You know, I don't
Makes sense.
Want my business to get tied into my personal life. I could, doesn't matter what I say, I'm going to lose customers.
Either way you go.
Customers on all sides, so it's best to just not say anything at all.
Yeah. Panda does not like.
Unless they come in and they openly ask me, then that's one thing.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to see me getting into arguments and stuff like that. I've done too much of that in the past when I was still drinking vodka.
yeah, but they're saying I don't know. They're saying it's not it's going to be easily a bipartisan because it's a bipartisan problem. No, it isn't. It is not bipartisan problem by any means. So let's see what else we're going to say.
And Senator Klobuchar is somewhere of a similar mind to what you're thinking.
Well, she and I both see issues that are arising in this area. We've held a number of hearings. We held a hearing a few months ago on the ad tech space, meaning online advertising, and how it's dominated overwhelmingly by one company, Google, and the market concentration there, in addition to the fact that Google is simultaneously operating in several positions, as buyer, as seller, as broker, and so forth. And this has created some interesting dynamics.
Speaking of that, remember Crowder talked about this maybe a month or so ago, maybe two, saying that, there's no other platforms out there because YouTube and Facebook and Twitter have so much money that they go and buy out other politicians, making it so difficult for other platforms to start. That's probably why President Trump's platform hasn't come out yet. Or frickin', the Mike Lindell platform hasn't come out yet. Because, they got to go, where are you going to get your servers from? Remember, I told you server farms are expensive as hell to own and operate.
That's Amazon, right?
Yeah, but Amazon and Google own all the server farms for the most part.
And most people use Google as their search engine. So if their platform is YouTube, Google and YouTube are one and the same, right?
Yeah, they are. It's all part of the alphabet.
They're going to suppress the listings for other platforms.
Exactly. So, I mean, it is a monopoly in a huge form when you think about it. It's a complete monopoly, right? And the government needs to step in. Like, I don't know about your town. Like most places where you live, there's only one place to get your electricity from. There's only one place to get your water from. And that's why the governments have to step in and regulate that, because it is a monopoly, because it is so expensive to put in all the water pipes and all the electrical lines and stuff like that, So
yeah, I think the only option I got for a different company is internet and television. I think that's the only thing that I get a choice on.
Yeah, so like for trash, I can only get trash through the city. My water and sewer is only through the city. My electricity is only PG&E here, unless of course you get solar, but it's not worth it for solar on a house the size of mine. It's not good. It's a complete monopoly. But what are you gonna do? But that's why the government is supposed to be there to regulate these so-called monopolies, But they're not doing that with Facebook and YouTube, and they're not doing it on the internet. And they really need to start doing it on the freaking internet. They need to regulate them. But they're afraid
if you want to use a search engine, Carol, definitely, DuckDuckGo is the way to go.
Really, I've never even used them. I'm not gonna lie, I still use Google because it finds the most shit that I need. And
but if you're looking for something that might be hidden or suppressed, DuckDuckGo is the way to go. And they don't track anything that you do. They don't. Well,
Really?
supposedly they don't track anything that you do.
I know, and so oh my gosh, it's a Netflix show. I forget what it's called. It's a movie or it's a documentary, and they talk about. Like, I remember one day I was at, this guy told me, he's like, oh yeah, your phones are listening to you. And I was like, what? And he's all, think about it. Have you ever just talked to somebody, hey, I'm going to go on a trip. And next thing you know, you're getting all these advertisements on your phone or your computer for trips. Well, if you watch this documentary, they say that they don't listen to you, but they watch your buying patterns, they watch your habits, and they can figure out your personality. So they know when you're about to want to go on a trip. You know, it's all these mind games that they're playing. And it's all about buying information. Like, have you turned on any of your apps lately and it says, please ask the app not to track your information? Have you gotten that?
Generally, whenever I download a new one and they ask to share any sort of information or give me
Somebody kick off Leroy before he finishes that word.
Yeah.
Nope, he got through it. Hold on, let me go.
Bye-bye, bigot. Bye-bye, bigot. You ain't welcome. You ain't welcome.
Racists are not welcome here. I saw the first 3 letters and I'm like, I can already tell what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
And I'm not set on. I'm in Streamlabs, so I can't get rid of it. Okay. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol.
Let me see if I can totally. Let's see if we can report.
People like you are not.
Let's report
welcome
them
here. You don't get the freedom
hate
of speech up in here.
Yeah, we don't let that stuff happen here. So I reported him for hate speech. And what else can I do? I can remove. That's it. Put user in timeout. Kara already did that. Okay. All right, we reported that person. Well, you know what they're going to do? They're just going to come back as another name. So if you guys can keep a watch out for him, because you know that person's going to come right back in and do the same stuff again. Why do people do that?
Just a bigot with nothing else to do.
Thank you, Carol, for removing them. But why do people do that? I mean, you say they have nothing else to do, but you think they get happy over using words like that and talking to people like that?
They probably just want to see a rise out of people.
And I mean,
there's a lot of reason why I troll people, but I do it in a different way.
Yeah, you don't go saying words like that, you know? I mean, yeah.
I try to troll intellectually, ask simple questions, and I lead them down the road that I want to lead them in. Gotcha.
Exactly. Yeah, if anybody with the ranch sees anybody start typing in any kinds of words, I'd appreciate it if you can just get them out right away. I saw, I mean,
USA.
Yeah.
USA.
I was watching it, I saw the NIG, and then I was like, somebody get them,
Yeah.
They have no life. Yeah, right, Carol? I don't know. I guess they're just idiots all over the world. Just a bunch of idiots. All right, let's finish this video real quick.
Well, before you move on,
yeah.
Did you say that you had? Because Carol said something about John Sullivan. Y'all got something new about John Sullivan?
I heard something, but I haven't looked it up yet. So we'll look it up right when this video is done. Apparently, they're saying that when I saw it, it wasn't from a website that I trusted, so I wanted to look it up. But they're saying they took all of his money. They froze his bank accounts. So we'll have to find out. Let's see. As soon as this video's over, we got 1 minute left, and then we'll just type in a search.
We also have held hearings regarding the 2 app stores that operate in the smartphone space and the tablet space, Google and Apple, and the fact that these are in some ways a duopoly, in some ways they're 2 parallel monopolies operating within their own little universe.
And I think working with her, you're able to persuade Mr. Cook to appear before your committee, I believe. Is that what
Yes,
happened?
well, he didn't appear before our committee himself, but he did identify a top executive to come and testify.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying hi to Jeannie. I thought you were telling me to stop.
Senator Mike Lee talking about.
All right, well, he's
I'll
done
do
now.
this if I want you to stop.
Okay, let's look at John Sullivan. Yeah, from what I understand, they took his money. Yeah, here we go. Reuters. Okay, I trust Reuters. Or this is it says
Rutgers.
U.S.
That's
Rutgers.
College, right? Rutgers.
Rutgers is
It's
a
like
college.
College in Jersey.
Yeah, Reuters is the
They're
news.
liberal as fuck too.
Are they?
I think.
So yeah, I think so too. But anyways, Steve Pence. All right, it says U.S. seizes $90,000 from man who sold footage of U.S. Capitol riot. Excuse me. All right, it says U.S. authorities have confiscated roughly $90,000 from a Utah man. Remember, this is the same guy that put a strike on my YouTube channel. Remember, for showing like a 30-second clip of one of his videos.
Wait a minute, scroll up. Who was that written by again?
Oh my gosh, Andy Sullivan. Let's just see if that's a coincidence.
That's not his brother. I think it's John and James Sullivan.
But they could have another family member named Andy.
Yeah.
Andy Sullivan, journalist. Oh, he's a British American. Yeah, he's British American. Okay.
It's like Sweden. Or no?
British American
I'm
author.
behind. I seen the flag. I thought that was a Swedish flag.
Right on. All right, so let's see. Says U.S. Capitol supporters of former President Donald Trump, according to court filings. Prosecutors also filed additional criminal charges against the man, John Earl Sullivan, a self-described political activist who is accused of entering the Capitol building. Oops, I messed that one up. Entering the Capitol building.
Camera.
Huh? Yeah, he's Jaden X. He's Jaden X. The second one I shared, do next. Okay, let me copy it. Copy link. All right. Prosecutors have filed other against John L. Sullivan, an activist entering the Capitol building and participating in the riot. The filings unsealed on Thursday showed Sullivan now faces a total of 8 criminal counts, including weapons charges related to the riot. Sullivan's lawyer did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Prosecutors have charged more than 440 people, in connection with the attack in which Trump supporters stormed the Capitol after he gave a speech to them repeating his false claim. I can't say that. The mob smashed windows, fought police, and sent lawmakers into hiding. Many participants, including Sullivan, posted their actions on social media. According to the court filings, Sullivan portrayed himself as an independent journalist who was reporting on the chaos, but actually encouraged other participants to burn the building and engage in violence. No way. Did he really?
You don't say.
Sullivan recorded video of the confrontation between rioters and police just outside the U.S. House of Representatives chamber that included shooting of protester Ashley Babbitt, and according to court filings, boasted to an unnamed witness that my footage is worth like $1 million. $1 million. Yeah, remember, he also kissed that girl, the blonde girl. He kissed her and says, "We did it, honey," or whatever they said. What did they say? Like, "We did it, honey," or something like that.
Oh my God. Her name's Jaden. I think they're that Jaden X.
I thought he was Jaden X.
Her name's Jaden. Remember the PT News interview?
Oh, okay. Maybe, yeah, huh?
I think it's, yeah.
Sullivan sold that footage to several news outlets for a total of $90,000, according to a seizure warrant. Although, freaking, I didn't get shit. Every CNN used my footage. They didn't pay me. Wall Street Journal used my footage. They didn't pay me. Assholes. All right, let's go to this next link that she sent me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it. Can I? Yeah. Is it from Gateway Pundit? Okay, let's click on this here. Maybe this will pop it up. Hopefully I gotta wait for Kim. Or not Kim. We gotta wait for Carol. Carol, is this the right one? Yeah, it's his girlfriend. But remember, in the interview, he said that they weren't dating, or she said they weren't dating. One of them said they weren't dating. Is this the right article you're trying to send me to, Carol?
Yeah, but he also, he was finicking the whole time. Every time you seen his face looked like a rat.
Yeah.
And you knew he was lying. Actually, he was probably just lying the whole damn time. Who was it that interviewed him on?
It was Steve from PT News.
Yeah, he was fucking with him hard.
He
was fucking with him. And you see when he starts, you're like, yep, that's your tail right there.
Yeah.
That is his tail. He don't got a good poker face.
No. All right, so let's read this. Carol said this is the right article. It says, Black Lives Matter activists hospitalized with life-threatening injuries after being shot in the head in London. Wow. A Black Lives Matter leader was critically injured in a shooting at a gathering in Southwark, South London, early Sunday morning. 27-year-old Sasha Johnson was shot in the head and is currently hospitalized with life-threatening injuries. According to British media, the police say that so far there is no evidence that suggests Johnson was a victim of a targeted shooting. Black Lives Matter activists, however, are claiming she was shot for her political activism. Here's the footage of Sarah Johnson calling out a revolution and saying that police is no better than the KKK. I don't see the video. Oh, here it is from Andy No. Let me... here we go. Here's the video.
Racism thrives on capitalism. The back of racism is capitalism. And they say about education, we need a black militia. I ain't scared of no terrorist group. The police is no different from the KKK. They stand around and protect statues and buildings instead of people. They need to join the local council and start to litter pick too.
It's all
when
white
I say
people
they
there.
have a pepper spray, we have our...
Huh? I couldn't hear you. What's that?
Do they even have the KKK in Europe? I thought that was just an American thing. And like you would think where I live at, I would have eventually have run into one of them peoples, but
I honestly don't know. But they say racism. I mean, there's bad people in every group,
Well, I know that. I just didn't know. I thought the Ku Klux Klan in general, was an American thing. I didn't know it was international.
Let's look it up real quick. Let's see.
I'm sure it is back then.
Aren't like Scottish and Irish people kind of
they go by clans, but that's your last name. Like, well,
yes, it says right here. So 1998. This is from 1998. The clan, which has always claimed British roots, is organized throughout Scotland and England. Yeah, because the only reason I say it is, and this is probably a stupid reason why to say it is by watching, like Sons of Anarchy. And those guys, the guys from Sons of Anarchy, the guys from back in Ireland, they were pretty racist. If you hear some of the shit they say, from what I remember.
Well, all motorcycle clubs are
pretty racist. Well, no, they got black motorcycle clubs. They got Mexican motorcycle clubs. They aren't well, I guess they could be racist against white people, huh?
They don't let anybody else in.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of racism, huh? If you only let black people in.
They may get along, just like, I think it was on Sons of Anarchy. They got along with the Mayans sometimes, but, you were one or the other. I guess it's just like being in prison. You don't have to, be a racist, but you're gonna have to run with a looks like you. I don't know why it works like that, but I guess that's just the way it works.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. All right, let's finish this video.
Own too. They have smokes, we have it too. Come together, put your fist in the air. Black power! Don't ever be scared to say it doesn't mean that you hate another race, and anybody that said that you hate them, they too have hidden racism because they're scared of your blackness. Black is beautiful. Black is ever.
You notice all the people raising their hands saying black power are all white?
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
But look, everybody raising their hand in there except for the girl is all white. You notice that?
Must be hard dragging all that white guilt around.
I know, right?
And when I say free Palestine, do you know a guy called Cecil Rhodes? He created the Glenn Gray Law in South Africa. What is happening in Palestine and in Yemen is the Glenn Gray Law being recreated. Just like the SOS law, the stop and search. Prevent policy is a racist policy. British value does not exist because it took its values from all around the world. Don't be scared to say free Palestine. Don't be afraid to say free West Papua. Don't be afraid to say free Yemen. You're not anti-Semitic. Don't let no Jewish man create a way to be unheard, to make you unheard. Silence is violence. If we keep silent, we are also a part of that oppression. I refuse.
What? And why do they keep saying silence is violence? I mean, I don't get it. Yeah, see, they don't want. You're right. Don Brake says, see, they don't want black equality. They want black power, right? And I thought it's like I have a professor, I had a professor, and she always told me you're not supposed to say the word black. And me and her are good friends, right? Her son is conservative, and she one day I'm sitting there at a Trump rally, and her son walks up and he's like, "Are you Eddie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "My mom told me to come find you." And I'm like, "Are you Miss?" And I don't want to say her name, but I'm like, "Are you her son?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I thought your mom's really liberal." He's like, "She is, but she told me that if I'm gonna go to a Trump rally, to make sure I go find Eddie, because you'll watch over me." And I was like, "Well, come on down, big guy." But yeah, she always told me you're not supposed to say black. You're supposed to say African American. All right. So which is it? Are you supposed to say African American, or are you supposed to say black? I don't see what's wrong with saying black. I mean, they call us white.
Yeah, I've strayed away from that just because if I say, African American or people of color, it just feels ingenuine to me. I don't mean anything by it, and it almost you can almost hear it in my voice whenever I say it that, like, I'm trying to, is this okay to say? Is this okay to say? And you should be like that, I don't want to be called a Caucasian.
Yeah, I don't want to. I feel the same way. I'm like, hey, this African, and I'm always like, how you raise your voice at the end and be like a question mark. You're like, yeah, the African American people. It's like you're afraid to say the black word, but it's like that's how I was raised. I always say black. Hey, I grew up with black. I hung out with black people all the time, and they're like, dude, what's up?
If it's not necessary in the sentence, then, there's been some times where it was like, yeah, I had this black mechanic work on my car and he did a great job. And I was like, what? It was just irrelevant to it. But if you got to say, oh, the customer that comes in and gets, such and such juice, and they're sitting there thinking, and I'm like, the black guy with the afro, or, and then, oh, yeah. But if you're describing somebody, it's kind of crucial, you don't leave out if they're male or female.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you do if you're some people. They.
Speaking of that, Apple, when I had to do my Apple, because, I saved up for this Apple Watch for my exercising stuff, and, it said, "Are you male or female?" They're not politically correct. I don't think there was any other options in that when setting up your weight and health stuff. Just like YouTube, they don't say. But when we go through our analytics, it doesn't say that there was transgender people watching you, or or bisexual or transsexual or pansexual. It just says man and woman. All these woke companies still ask, "Are you a male or female?" Find that interesting. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's weird, how you gotta, how you gotta worry about saying black or white. It's just, what? Remember Michael Jackson's song, "It don't matter if you're black or white."
Yeah, but I think a good safe way to do it is, but I'm in the South, so, black folk.
I don't know. All right, we're almost through this video.
To let nobody put a gag on me. That's why I don't connect to no political party. We need our own political party, because we have David Lammy's tokenistic. We have Sadiq Khan is tokenistic. Priti Patel, tokenistic. We've had so many inquiries. We've had the Grenfell inquiry, the Windrush inquiry, the McPherson inquiry, the COVID inquiry. Fuck them. They know they're racist. Get ready to fight them. If they don't bring peace,
I do
they
like
know
her
what's gonna
accent,
happen.
though.
One solution.
Revolution.
One solution.
Revolution.
One solution.
Revolution.
No justice.
No peace.
Take it to the streets.
Fuck the police.
Woo, fuck them.
Yeah, until they need the cops. And who's the first person they're going to call? The cops. We've seen it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, you don't think that they didn't call whatever their version of 911 is?
I know, right?
She got shot.
I remember, there's a video of me and, Ben was filming on the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know if you know who Ben is, right? Ben Berkwan. We've shown his videos on here. And my battery was low, so I'm like, I'm not going to make it all the way across the bridge and back because that's what they're doing. They're walking all the way across and back. And after like half an hour, I'm like, where the hell are these guys? So I start watching his live stream, and I see these guys messing with them. And so I go catch up to go help them. And
this is a real B&H customer story. Jack and Barbara, professional wildlife.
So the guy sits there and goes, and he's like, you know what? Fuck the police. Fuck you guys. Blah, blah, blah. And as soon as he says that, I run into him with my scooter. Well, guess what the first thing he said is after I ran into him? Arrest him! Where's the police? Where's the police? But yet 10 seconds earlier, he's like, fuck the police, we don't need you. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny how they say fuck the police and we don't need the police until... That was Scary Spice. Oh, I had a crush on the Spice Girls. I actually listened to their music.
I'll go ahead and say it because I'm older now and don't even give a fuck, but I like the Spice Girls. In more ways than one.
My friend.
Hey, Carol, I just heard about that X-22 report thing. I don't know, maybe about a week and a half ago. I haven't really looked into it too much, but no, I haven't seen the Monkey Works either.
I haven't seen that either. Scary Spice got shot in the head and they turned into a Black Lives Matter. Oh my gosh. No, I had a friend, we were going to work one day and it changed CDs and I went to the Spice Girls and I looked at him. I was like, you like the Spice Girls? And, he's a big old black dude, right? And he was like, yeah, what about it? And I was like, well, I like him too. He's like, all right, cool. And it was funny too. Like one day I went to his house and he's watching Days of Our Lives. And I was like, because we worked at night. We worked a night shift. And I was like, you're watching Days of Our Lives? And once again, he's like, yeah, what about it? And I was like, dude, is Hope still with, he's like, you watch Days of Our Lives? I'm like, yeah, they're all hot. Of course I'm watching Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
I had a crush on Hope. I don't know if you know who that is, but she was hot. Hope and Sammy and, oh my gosh, all the girls on there were hot. All right, so what are we talking about?
Never watched any of the soap operas.
Oh, and then, like, the Mexican soap operas, oh my gosh, La Novelas, those girls are smoking hot.
I bet.
Hey, you seen Modern Family at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, instead of just one Gloria on there, there's like 20 Glorias on there.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just all Glorias. It's like, oh my gosh. Sorry, ladies. All right, talking about coronavirus lab leak. Theory grows. Critics accuse the media of suffering amnesia on the topic. So I think they're starting to say it was leaked. This time last year, the mainstream media largely dismissed the Wuhan coronavirus lab leak theory as a fringe or conspiracy theory. But with Dr. Anthony Fauci becoming the latest leading figure to question the origins of COVID-19, outlets are interestingly treating it as a serious possibility. A few examples of how the media were reporting on the lab leak theory a year ago, when Senator Tom Cotton from Arkansas suggested it emerged from a lab. They said, oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm lost here now. Anyways, Trump says U.S. investigating whether coronavirus spread after China lab mishap, but cites no evidence. So basically, they're saying everybody was wrong and it said it came from the Wuhan lab. There were more where those came from, and noted conservative writer Drew Holden in a lengthy thread about the media's fluctuating tone. But now I guess they're saying Political referred to the lab leak as a conspiracy theory, right? But now, that's from May 25th, May 2020. But now Dr. Fauci's even saying, Over the weekend, Fauci said over the weekend that he's not convinced the coronavirus developed naturally. No, actually, Fauci said, I am not convinced about that. I think we should continue to investigate what went on in China until we continue to find out to the best of our knowledge, what happened. So even now, Fauci's starting to be like, well...
Yeah, Fauci's a damn fish out of water. Just
flip-flopping? Definitely. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Nope.
He hasn't done any medical, hasn't had a medical practice in what, 20, 30 years? Something like that. Something.
knows? You can just look at some people and tell them you can't trust them.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see. I got lost again. I gotta get this other TV screen up again. All right. Florida Governor DeSantis signs law to hold big tech companies accountable for content moderation practices. I like this.
I'll go to the bathroom.
All right, go to the bathroom and I'll read it. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Monday signed a measure that he says will protect state residents from Silicon Valley power grab. The big tech bill, as DeSantis calls it, allows residents to fight back against deplatforming and censorship, allowing them to sue tech companies for up to $100,000 in damages for each proven claim in a bid to ensure companies are more transparent